one of Rem's favorite award shows. I've kind of tried to keep
Yeah.
track of award shows, but it's just not geared really for our generation. It's not. I don't. They just they're kind of hoity-toity. But anyway, the Grammys have announced all their nominations, and we are gonna pick them. We're gonna pick who should be them, who should win. And I'm not gonna act like I've listened to every single thing or watched every single thing. So there may be something better than the other, but these are all in our opinion. So don't come at us in the comments. Actually, maybe do give your picks in the comments.
Attack
But
us in the comments.
actually, you know what? Do attack, do attack us in the
Just a
comments.
full-fledged
But
siege in the comments, please.
good interactions. But I think we do. I know Rem, you are. I know you really go deep dive in this, at least a lot more than me. And you got a couple of different fields you wanted to touch on here.
And actually, I didn't know if you knew this, but the Grammys called us and said that we both have votes. So I know
Oh,
this drops Saturday, so the Grammys are tomorrow. But
shout out.
so these are actually our votes for the
Okay, yeah,
for
these are our
the
votes, our official votes. We're letting y'all know.
for the Grammy thing. This is who we would pick. So this is not like our predictions. This is not what we think the industry is leaning toward. This is honest. I just wrote it down as what I think should win. And when I was looking at a bunch of articles too, just to get a gauge, because honestly, I was trying to find odds to see where the odds were leaning. And there are odds for the big four categories, or is it big five, big four? But they're not really odds for like the genre categories, like the rap and country and stuff like that. But a lot of the articles I was looking at had
Yeah.
basically almost every article picked different things. So
Mm-hmm.
again, I think the odds have some, like, Taylor Swift, for example, is leading
Yeah.
in a lot of the categories that she's in for the odds. But a lot of the people are, this, I feel like this could be kind of a wide open field. And looking at, I don't know, do you get the sense of that? I know the Grammys, I think, is the easiest one for you to keep up with because you're listening to a lot of this stuff anyways. But it feels like pretty wide open. There is obviously,
Yeah.
like, I feel like our opinions matter because I feel like the field is very subjected this year compared to years past, where like last year, for example, just in the rap category, I know it was like an incredibly strong field, but I think
Mm-hmm.
like the Kendrick Lamar thing was just obviously going to win. It was, the best project again in a strong field. Like J. Cole's album was amazing and, had a chance there as well too. But like this year, I do feel like it is going to be like, we're really going to see what the flavor is of the voters this year. Cause I feel like it is kind of open-ended a little bit.
Yeah. No, hey, we are. And there's a lot of different big names there. It's just there's not really stuff that is standing out above and beyond. And we'll definitely get category by category. But
Do you want to
first on the
start?
list,
I was gonna say, do you want to
oh,
start with the rap field specifically, or do you want to start with the general field?
we can do the general field. I know you got first
Okay.
here,
Okay.
album of the year. I guess we can really quickly read who's the nominations. We have World Music Radio by John Baptiste, The Record by Boy Genius, Endless Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus. Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard by Lana Del Rey? The By Age of Pleasure by Janelle Monáe, Guts by Olivia Rodrigo, Midnights by Taylor Swift, and my pick, SOS by
Mm,
SZA. Who do you have? Who is getting your vote, Rem, for album of the year?
you're voting for SZA?
Yeah, I probably the one I listened to the most. I definitely did listen a little bit of Midnight's. It's a good album. I think a little bit of Lana Del Rey's as well. I know Endless Summer got mixed in there. There's some
Mm-hmm.
songs from there, but yeah, SOS. When you look at like Kill Bill, 20 something, there's a lot of songs in there.
No, I totally agree. I think this is my album of the year as well too. And I think, do we just do we need to address the Taylor Swift thing at the Grammys?
Oh my god. Well, is Kelsey gonna be there?
Is
In
he?
Mahomes?
He does have the
I
week
don't
off.
know.
So, well, is he in
Yeah.
the Pro Bowl? Was Kelsey playing dodgeball this week?
No, no, because the players in the Super Bowl don't
That's true. He's
play
not
any
going to
Pro
be
Bowl
there.
stuff. Yeah,
So he'll be
that's how
on the.
Tyler Huntley came to be a Super Bowl. or Pro Bowl.
Like, and this. I'm not saying this to discredit the Taylor Swift album. The Taylor Swift album is good. We're talking about album of the year field. So we're talking about the fact that all of these albums are good and we're just trying to pick the best one. So it's like, we'll just understand that everything we say, the Taylor Swift album is a good album. But again, it's a good album. And I think the SZA album is amazing. And the thing is, the Taylor Swift thing this year has been amazing. The cultural impact, the tour, she's number 2 on Spotify right now on artists for, I think, behind the weekend, and at least the way they have it ranked in the app. And I think the numbers for the year, the calendar year, were she was by far and away the number 1 artist. Like, she is clearly the most popular artist, the most dominant artist in the industry right now. But the SZA album's a better album, right? It's
No,
a
it
better
definitely
album.
is.
And I think in terms of popularity, it hit a level where, okay, we clearly understand that Taylor Swift is iconic, but it's like SOS still hit the mainstream level enough where I think it checks a box where it's like, okay, if it needs to be mainstream, well, SOS was mainstream. Everybody loved it. I think it's unanimously kind of beloved as like for quality and in terms of, quantity of streams, all that stuff. I think it's right up there. SZA really became a star. I was one of the articles I was reading as well too. I forget which one. So shout out to whoever it was, but they had made a great point that, she had been dominant at she had made presence in the Grammys and in these award shows in like features. And, she's like on the Black Panther album with Kendrick Lamar. She had done stuff, but now she's really ascended on her own. Obviously, SOS is an unbelievable project. So I think in terms of quality in this field, to me, it's not close. And really the only thing that I think in terms of quality, not to just spoil the rest of the categories, but just in general, I think the only thing that Taylor Swift has over SZA in terms of this year, SOS versus Midnights, is the overall cultural thing, right? So that, to me, that's what the voters have to be weighing this year. And to me, SZA crossed a line where she still hit the cultural thing enough where the SO album is too good. I don't know how it's not album of the year.
And it's not 20 something I was thinking of, but Special, Good Days also on that album were songs I loved as well. So it was just
Wait,
a
say those
great
again.
album. I was mentioning the albums Kill Bill. I really like
Well, yeah, which songs?
Special and Kill Bill, Special, and Good Days. Those are the ones
Okay.
I really listened to on that one.
I think I've got a lot of the popular ones in my playlist, obviously. SOS, Kill Bill, Low, which got
Low was very
nominated in
good.
another category. Smoking on My X Pack.
I know Snooze went really big on TikTok.
Yeah, Snooze is one of her bigger songs here on Spotify. I'm
Yeah.
not on TikTok. I'm just on Spotify. Is literally the app. The social. Is it even a social app? It's just the app I'm on the most.
Okay.
Can I give you my power rankings quickly for album of the year?
Yeah.
This is how I've got it ranked down. I've got SOS 1. I've Guts 2 by Olivia Rodrigo. Shout out.
Shout out.
World Music Radio by John Batiste. Age of Pleasure.
Shout out.
I have Lana Del Rey's album, and then the Boy Genius, Taylor Swift, and the Miley Cyrus album.
Killing it.
So yeah,
I also the song "I Hate You." That was good.
Okay. Oh, Used by Don Toliver. I mean, we've basically just named the whole album at this point.
Yeah,
it's an amazing album.
It's a great album.
It's all gonna be my playlist by the end of this.
Find its way back on there. All right, I think we're down to song of the year. And the nominations were A&W by John Antonoff, Lana Del Rey, and a whole bunch of people. Anti-Hero, pretty much Taylor Swift. Yeah, pretty much Taylor Swift. Butterfly by John Baptiste. Dance the Night from Dua Lipa. Flowers by Miley Cyrus. Kill Bill by SZA. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. And What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish. And that's interesting. I mean, can the movie have its own album? Can the movie, like, how do you have two songs from a movie, but you don't have the album as album? Yeah, I don't know. There's just too many kid songs in there. I don't know. Something interesting.
Is it pop album of the year?
Maybe I didn't look.
It's not in the rap category, but it's not like a full
Yeah.
on. It's not like a full, all the songs are
Yeah.
rap songs. It might be like a pop album of the year nomination, but you're right. To get 2 songs in the mix is kind of crazy. And the funny thing
Yeah.
about Dance the Night being in this category is, so there is Song of the Year and Record of the Year, and Song of the Year goes to the songwriter. And Record of the Year is like the full song. It's the songwriter, it's the technical aspects, it's the size of the scope of the song, the cultural impact, all that stuff. So Dance the Night to me feels more like a Record of the Year than a Song of the Year type of, like well, I guess that I was looking at the rap category for a second there, but
Yeah.
my pick is not Dance the Night by Dua Lipa,
Okay.
unfortunately. And this is interesting because we're going to get to Record of the Year. So
Yeah.
my pick kind of depends on, and I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but kind of depends on what we end up doing for Record of the Year. But right now for Song of the Year, it's just, again, this is a songwriter award. So it's really close between 2 songs, but I got to go with Jon Batiste. Butterfly by Jon Batiste, I think, for me is the number
Very
one.
beautiful.
A beautiful song. That, again, I had the album number 3 for album of the year. I think it's a great album. I think Batiste is very underrated, just as like a normal listen. He's not he's more popular in the industry than I think he is mainstream. But there's another song like this in contention that's like kind of a, again, like a slow ballad, like Sam said, beautiful song.
Yeah.
But for this category, I think I'd give the nod to Batiste. It's close though.
Yeah, no, it is a very, touching song. And it is kind of interesting how this category ranges from like dance, not really upbeat. They're literally dancing. But I think it is a lot of more thoughtful songs. I think when you put in this, a lot more sober, deeper meaning songs.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I know Antihero went up. A&W was really popular, but I kind of go with the song that has kind of the most thought provoking even title. What was I made for? I did, and maybe this is not necessarily too much as the wording, but it was just, I think maybe this is a different category, but Billie Eilish's performance in that song, how it was used, with the meaning behind it, when you really look at how the song was used. And I think Dance the Night Away was also used really well in that movie. But I think another touching song similar to Butterfly, with the piano. Really good vocals, the focus being on simplicity in the song. But it was just, I am partial to songs that have a chorus that kind of revolve around one idea. So I think it was more touching for me, just listening to it, watching it, and the way it was used in the movie. I guess I just have too many feelings connected to it. So, yeah.
So you're picking the Billie Eilish?
Yeah, I will. I'm going with that one just because, out of these categories, it's definitely like, I can kind of see where this category is going for, and it kind of feels like that is in it, because it is definitely seems like something that's more pushing for your emotions, kind of even with the way it's song produced, stuff like that. So I don't know. It's kind of repeating, but I'd favor that one.
So I don't want to step on Record of the Year at all, but I don't know if we want to move on. So
yeah,
I think this is my pick for Record of the Year. And I know you can you can read the nominees, but there's another Record of the Year that, so Record of the Year is similar to Song of the Year for me, where I have 2 really close contenders, and I could talk myself into giving the other song Record of the Year and giving Billie Eilish Song of the Year at that point. So right now, again, I have Billie Eilish for Record of the Year.
Yeah.
But I could see it switching. I could see myself switching that around But yeah, that's my number 2 exactly. And both these songs very similar, like you're saying, very simple, beautiful songs. So
Yeah.
Batiste, the Batiste was just throwing heat in this song. So I
No,
had to,
this is going crazy.
yeah, I had to call,
Yeah.
shout out, not a call out, shout out for our guy
Shout out.
Batiste.
Get that right. But for record of the year, the nominees are Worship by John Batiste. Not Strong Enough by Boy Genius, Flowers by Miley Cyrus, What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish, On My Mama by Victoria Monet, Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo, Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift, and Kill Bill by SZA. And I'd probably put Kill Bill a second
That's
here
the
when you
other
talk a
one.
little bit about producing. Like when you talk, yeah, I think, now I think that's where Kill Bill can kind of get into it. Just that, like, even the intro to the song, like you're like, oh, it instantly what it is. Just very distinct. And yeah, I think it was definitely one of the best produced songs from this past year. Just with the when you hear the drums and how it kind of blends with the voice. I think, yeah, I would put Kill Bill probably really close up there with What I Was Made For.
It's 1.6 billion streams on Spotify right now. So, again, massive song, checks all the boxes. I could vote Kill Bill for record of the year and What Was I Made For song of the year.
Yeah.
But like what Was I Made For has to win one of these awards.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's actually the best song on this list. Like I think it's actually a better song than Kill Bill, but I think Kill Bill is an amazing song. And again, the SOS album, the whole thing, it's incredible. So I would have no problem giving them both awards. But I think that's my favorite. That's my favorite Billie Eilish song. And again, I'm more
Swifties, don't come at us.
yeah, I don't know if that's even like a controversial Billie Eilish take, but I'm not like an avid Billie Eilish listener. When you tend to stay more to hip hop. Maybe Billie Eilish should make the crossover in my playlist a little bit more. But I was watching this Barbie movie. Shout out to the champ. He was watching it with me. I was like, Billie Eilish can't make me cry next to the champ Quinn. It just I gotta fight this.
Come on now.
She almost got me.
Have you ever been a Rodrigo fan?
Yeah, I had I love the album.
You love Guts. I've tried. It's solid. I know there's a lot of hype. I don't know. I'm kind of lukewarm on.
Maybe it's Olivia Rodrigo. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Let's move on to the next category here. Let's see here. What else? What do we have next on the list here? Best new artist. You might get me with this one.
What are the nominees? Yeah. What are the nominees for this one?
Best new artist: Gracie Abrams, Fred again, Ice Spice, Jelly Roll, Coco Jones, Noah Kahan, Victoria Monet, and The War and the Treaty. Is this Ice Spice's award to lose, or am I wrong here? So I'm looking at popular culture though. I'm not gonna act like I've listened to every single one of these guys, and I might just be totally wrong.
Yeah, don't underestimate Jelly Roll in this competition.
Oh yeah, I think I heard a little bit Jelly.
The betting odds right now would say that the ones that I did find did say that Ice Spice might have the biggest lead of any contender right now in any category in some of these.
Yeah.
But this is another one where I've seen multiple picks. I've seen people pick Gracie Abrams. She did the Taylor Swift thing and the Olivia Rodrigo thing. I've seen people pick Coco Jones. And
yeah, she's been on a rise.
Victoria Monet has I read one article that pointed out that she had the most nominations of anybody in this category. So just overall throughout the Grammys, she's nominated the most times. And that is like, well, okay, maybe she's just the automatic winner. If I can pull the betting odds back up, knowing that stat, I would bet her. I don't know if I would pick her, but I would bet her. If she has the most Grammy nominations.
Interesting. Who did you say it was?
Monet?
Oh, Monet, yeah. Victoria. Yeah, I've seen a lot earlier when we were mentioning the songs. What was it?
Hopefully wait, let me look up her name quick.
Yeah, On My Mama is
that her last name? Janelle Monáe is, I know, nominated for an Oscar. I think it's Victoria Monet. It's spelled the same way.
Yeah, I don't know how Ice Spice is in this category. Like, how is she new?
Ice Spice, she broke
She's
out
been
this
there,
year.
I guess, but she's been around for a little bit. Like,
But it's like it's like breakout slash
yeah.
best new artist.
Let me
It's like
see.
most it really is the most improved player of the Grammys.
I guess. I mean, when was her breakout song?
That was at the
Uh,
beginning of that was probably beginning of
March?
beginning
Yeah.
of 2023.
Was it? No, it was 2022. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, much later. Wow, that was really 2022.
So the Grammy window for this year, we should mention as well too, is October 1st, 2022
Yeah.
to September 15,
Okay.
2023.
Wow, that's crazy. She's. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think in terms of popularity, she's definitely like
She
on
dropped her
TikTok,
first
on
single
stuff.
in 2021 on
That's
Spotify.
crazy.
That's not that long ago.
That's crazy. She's really blown up in the last couple of years.
I think Monet might be the sleeper in this category.
Yeah.
I'll pick Ice Spice though. I'll pick Ice Spice. Shout out.
Shout out.
She's
I was.
also nominated in a later category.
Yeah.
One of the songs.
Yeah. I mean, you know, well, shout out Victoria Monet, but I think, yeah, I suppose it's just a different level of artist, I guess, in terms of popularity. In terms of quality of music, that's subjective, and we'll see what the judges say.
We'll see who's listening to music at the Grammys.
I'm an Ice Spice fan. I do like her music, but I don't know what the judges are saying. Let's see, producer of the year. Do we go? Is it non-classical? Who do we?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot here. Okay, so producer of the year, Jack Antonoff has a couple there. Durance Millie, I might be butchering these. Hit Boy, Metro Boomin, and Daniel. You know what? We'll leave that last name. No, I gotta go. We want to be a friendly pod. I don't. Nitro?
No, that's how you say it.
Nitro? All right. All right. Oh, you've been practicing? All right. I know Jack.
Don't aggregate that.
I know Jack Antonoff has been producing some of these, more popular, really popular songs. There's a couple there, but Metro Boomin,
Make the
not
case.
on Superhero, but the song before that includes Homelander, because the whole Homelander speech isn't on that one, but that combined with more abs, I mean, that's great. Creepin' blew up, man. Like, which one? That was really blunt. I mean, I'm biased because he's kind of the only one I like have listened to a lot out of all of these guys. I think. Let me see here. Are there any other?
Yeah, Antonoff did the Taylor Swift album and did the Lana Del Rey album.
I get so like Antonoff
he's won the last 2 years, but I do want to hear the case for Metro Boomin. I would vote for either Metro Boomin or Hit Boy, but I would also probably be wrong for doing that.
Okay, so make the case for Hit Boy.
Well, the thing is, he probably, if there was a case for him to win, it would have been last year with the King Disease 2. I just think that's a little bit better than King Disease 3, which did get nominated again. We will get to that as well, too. But just what Hit Boy did with Nas, and I don't want to say turning him around, because obviously Nas is iconic, but in terms of a collection, the King's Disease albums are, as a 3-album stretch, just his best collection of music that he's made. As a total, look at Illmatic is still peak Nas, probably the best single album he's ever done. Again, the iconic, it's legendary. But at the albums that followed that, and then again into the mid 2000s, I think what he did with King Disease over those 3 albums, the consistently giving Nas good beats to rap over, which I know is a common stereotype with Nas's career, and I think it's a little misconstrued as well too. I think a lot of the Nas beats are really solid over his career. And I think he did a good job with that. But the team up with Hit Boy in the King Disease album, I think is Nas's finest collection of work.
But that's the point. Oh,
no, go ahead.
But I think that's the point, is that it's it's still Nas's work, it's someone else's work. And Metro Boomin released his own album, and yeah, he had other people come on and stuff, and he kind of mixed it up. He had some people feature more than others, but it's still his
Yeah.
project. And I think that's what takes him to another level. I don't know about the other guys. They might have other producers, they might have, had their own, but I think Metro Boomin with that and that transition from, having Homelander talk into superhero was just I think it's just one of the best produced things I've ever heard. I mean, just because I know, watching the boys, knowing that meaning and having that transition, it's just I think is something that is really on another level. And then you combine that with Creepin' right now at like over 1 billion plays. There's a whole lot of other songs on this album, and it's just I don't all the money I still listen to. It's just a really good album.
And
Umbrella.
he is like the one, I don't want to say the one mainstream producer, but
Yeah.
he's really the only producer that can pull off what he is, what he just did with
Yeah.
the superhero album. Because again, even the earlier stuff that he was doing was he had the 21 Savage, Savage Mode was, a what is that? Compilate, not a compilation of what is it when two guys team up for an album? It was like a team up album. So it wasn't fully, All Heroes Wear Capes was him and Metro Boomin as well too, Without Warning.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's another producer that could just drop an album solo like that and for it to be an A-list type thing. He's top 40 right now for streamers on Spotify. He's
Wow.
37th. And if you're gonna throw other producers, it's gonna be like underground. You're gonna start getting into like the Mad Lib type stuff, or the older Kanye stuff back in peak Kanye days. But again, Kanye was rapping and he was doing his own vocals as well too, where Metro Boomin is purely producing and purely like has made a persona now where as a producer he's able to drop music, and the producer is the main thing. Again, it's not like he has Future on a song and Metro Boomin is the star of the song. Like I don't really know of other producers that do that. So I like, again, Metro Boomin over Hit Boy is, I think, I see the case there. It just, I love what Hit Boy's done with the Nas thing.
Yeah.
And even Antonov as well too. I get that he has clearly made his, like, people know that he is a high level producer, but I don't know if he could drop an album like Metro Boomin does and hit the same way.
And it's not the only. I mean, he also did the music for Across the Across the Spider-Verse. Another really. I mean, it wasn't super super, but it's still really good. I mean,
quality album.
Yeah, it's just bang. It's just different level. I think he's really the best producer ever.
I think the Grammy should give him an award. Jack Antonoff, Triple Crown. I don't think they can allow it. Break it up. Voter fatigue. Can we have some Jack Antonoff voter fatigue?
Has he won it the last 2 years?
2 years, last 2 years, yeah.
Wow. Shout
out. Going for 3 in a row. Can we get Perk on the case?
It's because
the voters.
All right, best rap album. Let me scroll on down. Why isn't this higher?
I feel like this might be an interesting one for your personal taste versus the winner.
Okay, so I got best. Okay, here we go. Best rap album.
I want you to go first with the pick.
We got Her Loss, Drake and 21. Michael with Killer Mike. Heroes and Villains with Metro Boomin. King's Disease 3 by Nas, and Utopia by Travis Scott. Okay, first of all, we can just knock out Utopia.
I agree.
I am very much not a fan of Utopia at all. I think there's like one or two, but when you're talking about like best of the year, I think it's kind of crazy that it's actually on here.
I will say, like, I agree with Sam. I agree with Sam that it's not going to win. I do. Yeah. I think it's a good album, and I actually like the fact that it got nominated. But yeah. I don't think Travis Scott is going to win Album of the Year at the Grammys. The LA Times actually picked it. I wrote that one down because I was like, oh, Utopia I don't think is going to win. But somebody out there saw it and saw the case for Utopia anyways at the the Grammys. I just think some of the other names above them are more in line. I just don't think this is Travis Scott's year to make that break. I think the fact that he got nominated for Utopia is a good sign that he has industry staying power with an album that I don't think was as universally loved as, like, you know, the Astroworld album, where I think still people think it's quality, but again, the top to bottom, just everybody fiending over it. That album was like a true hit, but I do think it shows his industry staying power, and he has a good shot to be back in it when he releases another one. But I agree, he's not winning this.
You're not winning it. And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, shout out to you, Rem, for listening to all of King's Disease. It kind of went under the radar for me. None of the songs cracked 10 million streams, but I didn't even want
it's
it. I don't know.
Sure.
You know, it's pretty underground. So I haven't heard that one. But yeah, and then Killer Mike, Michael, that one I probably should do some research. But I mean, the top two, obviously for me, have to be Hero and Villains and Her Loss. And you know, Hero and Villains, I really liked some of the producing that was done, but I didn't. There wasn't not much of the rap itself was sticking with me. Her Loss, on the other hand, stuck with me all year and still sticks to me to this day. So I mean, it's kind of, I mean, it's Drake, it's 21. They kind of know together they hit a groove, and you know, it may bring out a rougher side of Drake, but you know, it's they definitely know they're hitting their groove, which is why they're on tour. I don't know if they're on tour right now, but
are J. Cole and Drake on tour? I think they might be.
J. Cole and Drake, yeah. But 21 and Drake were on tour.
So this is how I have it ranked right now for these albums. I have Utopia at is there 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, I have Utopia at 5, like we were saying. Okay. I have Heroes and Villains at 4. Again, strong album, but I agree with you. I think the production carries. I have King Disease at 3.
And I think, you like Killer Mike's album?
And we'll get to the Killer Mike album. I think the collection of King's Disease is amazing. I think this album is probably the third, just overall between the three. I think King's Disease, the first King's Disease, actually won album of the year, and I think that's totally fair. That was the best one. The King's Disease 2 is phenomenal as well too, and there's some fantastic hits in this one. I mean, I have it third on this list, but I think it's appropriate that they got the win with the first one. I like that it got nominated. I like that all three of them got nominated as well. To me, this is going to come down to the Killer Mike album and the Drake album. I think those are the top two. And for me, I agree with you that personally, I think it's super close. We're young guys, so I have Drake in my playlist a little bit more. The Killer Mike album is fantastic. I have most of the album is in my playlist. It's a really an amazing return for him back. I think the thing that could hurt Drake potentially is he does have a little history with the Grammys. I think the Certified Lover Boy? Yeah, the Certified Lover Boy as well. He pulled from Grammy contention. He's just kicking the trophies around.
Doesn't care.
Is that really the only thing holding him back right now?
Shout out Killer Mike's album art. That's kind of crazy.
I highly recommend it.
Again, another album with only one song over 10 million. Like, I'm just saying, they plays like these are, I'm not gonna act like I'm in the trenches. Shout out Rem. He's putting in the work. He's putting in the hours.
Well, the reason I wrote the rap stuff down is because that's actually what I listened to. So.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been researching like that. Yeah, I don't know.
That's just because Yeat's not nominated yet.
Hey, look, man. Hey,
he's on his way.
Professor on that. Yeah, he's almost there. But yeah, I don't know if he's considered. Is that considered rap though? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think I think with Michael, it is definitely a different kind of rap. Listening to it preliminary a little bit, it is like you can tell like there is definitely pretty distinct like rap styles than 21 and Drake have. 21 and Drake, it's definitely a little bit more getting to the point. It's circular a little bit, like they're repeating themselves quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, I'm a big Drake guy, and I'm definitely in favor of Drake. When I look at that album, probably the top songs for me on that, Her Loss, and I listened to this one a lot. This was one of the ones I think if you go back, I did mention on the pod that it
Yeah,
was
what are your
definitely the
favorite songs? Because two different ones got nominated as well.
yeah, it was definitely one of the songs that I didn't think I'd like super a lot when I first listened to it, and then it got to it, and I'm like, oh, this is really good. Broke Boys, Rich Flex, and I think Treacherous Twin, and More M's was also really good.
Yeah,
Um,
agree. I mean, that whole
and
album is solid.
yeah, I almost have the whole album on my Drake only playlist I'm looking on right now. Uh,
Get
yeah, Back
get
Outside
middle of
Boys,
the
I thought
ocean
was
in there.
decent. Yeah, yeah, that might be one of the few I don't have.
That's the one
Privileged
everybody's
rappers,
sleeping
I
on.
do listen. I do privileged like when I just had a song that I wanted to just put on. And privileged rappers probably was one the main one.
I think you might be right. I think for me, I think I would vote Drake one. It's super
Yeah,
close. I'd vote Drake one, Michael two. And I respect the Michael album. So I don't know, moving to the next category, I would give rap song to Scientists and Engineers, which is off the Killer Mike album. To me, the rap song
mm-hmm.
as well goes down to Rich Flex by Drake and
Yeah,
21 and Scientists and Engineers. Again, the Her Loss and the Michael. And I would give
yeah.
the song the nod in this category and Her Loss the nod in the album. But I don't know if any of the other nominees you thought had a shot as well.
Best rap song, you got Attention by Doja Cat. Barbie World by Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice featuring Uncle. That was the one that stayed on my list a little bit. Just Wanna Rock by Lil Uzi Vert, Rich Flex by Drake and 21, and Scientists and Engineers by your boy Killer Mike. I'm gonna go off the script here. I'm going Just Wanna Rock. Because guess what I want to do? I just want to rock. I think I think it took hold. You could see like it was a movement. It was a movement for a little bit there. I really
Mm.
liked the song. Lil Uzi Vert, he seemed like he's still popular and a lot of his old stuff, is still vibrating. But this was kind of like a reminder that Lil Uzi Vert is still one of the best artists out there. I think he's kind of forgotten. He kind of got, his fans were still listening, but he really wasn't on the scene in my opinion as much
Mm.
over the last couple of years. Like it seemed like after yeah, Love is Rich too, like Eternal Take, I don't think really resonated with a lot of people. Like I think there were still solid songs on there, but I don't think it really was, nowhere as high much. And then I think yeah, there was where is it? Went away from me for a sec. Pink Tape. I think yeah, Pink Tape I think brought it a little bit more back. Yeah, I think Watch This. I'm looking through his list right now.
And it
Yeah,
looks
he
like
did. I mean, he didn't really make an album, so he kind of just
yeah.
was chilling. Yeah. So this was kind of like, oh, Lil Uzi Vert's still a thing. He could still like make a banger of a song and like take over the internet for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. A little bit of the NFL. So, yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, Just Wanna Rock. For this one.
Oh, that's your pick?
That's my pick. That is my pick. It isn't really in terms
Is
of
it
a
a
rap song. Is it like a good rap song? Maybe no. I mean,
is it
I
a
would go Rich
is
Flex,
it a
but
good
in terms
song?
of best song out of them, I would go Just One.
The question is, is it a good song? Can the Grammy for the best song go to a song that is like actually? I guess it is a good song though because it was a good hit.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
a great hit.
It's a tough one. Is it a
Yeah,
Grammy level good though?
I think I would take it. I mean, if you
It got
want to talk about
nominated.
like
I take it all
rap,
back.
rap song, I would go Rich Flex. Take it to the paint, take it to the rap. But in terms of my favorite song out of all of these, it'd definitely be yeah. In terms of like what it meant for the year, rap industry, I think I'd go more Lil Uzi Vert.
And this is the first time as well too that thing that like a Lil Uzi Vert project has gotten nominated at the Grammys because it looks like looking through it, it looks like he's been on some features. Bad and Bougie obviously got nominated for best rap performance, and he did get nominated for best new artist as well too when he first broke out. But
Yeah,
since then, really only, and that was back in 2018. Again, Bad and Bougie really was I guess EXO Tour Life as well too in 2017. but Bad and Bougie when he got nominated for the first time. But then since then, really, he was on the Justin Bieber album Justice that got nominated, and that was the only other time. So Just Wanna Rock, I think, is a good step up for him into that industry.
It should be in the best melodic. Oh, I guess it's not an R&B, so, but it's like in terms of the melody itself, that's a.
And this again, this is like going back to the general field. Rap song goes to like the overall song. So best rap performance goes to the rappers. So is that the one where you would go Rich Flex? Is Rich Flex nominated in that one?
I do. Yeah, it is. We also have the Hillbillies, Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar, Love Letter by Black Thought, Scientists and Engineers by Killer Mike, and Players by Coi Leray. Yeah, I do think this is like one of the best, maybe the best. I think you'd see like real chemistry between Drake and 21, like switching between each other. You can hear they're really getting into the song. Like you can hear the emphasis. Like you can really hear like they're going bar for bar almost, like they're doing their own sections. And yeah, I think you could really see, them really connecting on this song and being like, oh, okay, like these are people who've hung out before. Like they did just, this isn't just a contract. Like there's actual chemistry.
Is that the same case for Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem?
They do make some great songs together.
And they've won this award before when they dropped Family Ties a couple years ago.
That is true. That was really good.
And I don't think this song is better than Family Ties, but again, it's nominated against these songs, so we're picking it against these songs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't listen to the Hillbillies as much as Rich Flex.
You still go Rich Flex?
I mean, I think it's pretty close. I think Rich Flex, I would go just with how different Drake and 21 are in their own singings. Like I think Baby Keem and Kendrick, like if you're listening, you can hear the difference, but they kind of blend in together. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm hearing things, but I'd probably go Rich Flex above.
No, I think
this is all opinion,
Yeah, the Kendrick and the Kendrick and Baby Keem, their flows are definitely more interwoven than the Drake and 21 thing. I get what you're saying.
Well, like Drake and 21, they still keep their separate styles. Like you're like, oh, this is 21 raps, this is a Drake 20.
I was leaning Kendrick, but I could definitely see giving it to Rich Flex. I was a little more out on Rich Flex in this category than the other one, but maybe I should flip it back around. Should I go Rich Flex for performance or Scientists and Engineers for performance and Rich Flex for song? No, I think
I'd probably go. I mean, Killer Mike seems to be the feature of that song. Like it's not the it's not necessarily the music.
No, the Andre 3K verse. I don't know. You're not like an old school soul sample type guy, though. I feel like
no.
Yeah, that's what I like. So I really like the Killer Mike, the Nas, the Hit Boy, all that stuff. But I'll go Rich Flex.
We got him.
I'll give it over the nod over the Hillbillies.
Wow, all right.
Tough call.
He's flipping.
I don't know.
He's flipping back in.
I immediately second question myself.
Flip.
Immediate voter fatigue.
Yeah. Is that, or are we doing best melodic? The one that I was trying to do, Sitting on the World, best melodic rap performance here, the nomination, Sitting on the Top of the World, Burna Boy featuring 21, Attention by Doja, Spinning by You, Drake and 21, All My Life, Lil Durk and J. Cole, and Low by SZA. Shout out SZA.
I know. Sneak it in the rap category.
I know.
Is SZA gonna is SZA gonna sneak in and take this one?
Maybe.
I feel like kind of leaning SZA. The Burna Boy song is good.
Attention is good. I remember what All My Life is now. You have the kids singing.
You like the kids?
I'm just like, it did bring it. I was like, what's going on? Like, we got church choir here. Like, what's
is it tough to read? It's not like insanely. I don't re-listen to that song a lot.
Yeah,
I don't
me
play
neither.
that song a lot.
No, it's just like it's kind of it gets old pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't find myself throwing on a kid's choir all the time. I love J. Cole. Again, J. Cole, well established that J. Cole's my guy, and I'll listen to anything with J. Cole on it. But J. Cole over a kid's choir is stretching it.
Yeah, it's like, what is going on?
And Spin About You is good, but
yeah, Spin About You is good. I know you like that one a lot.
I think I might vote for Low or SZA.
Yeah. No, I did like Low. It was, yeah, definitely one of the signature songs on that album.
How is My Eyes not in this category?
I don't know. But yeah, in terms of melodic rap, yeah, I do. Yeah, I think SZA would actually. Yeah, this was a good rap album or song and melodic. Yeah, I think it fits it perfectly.
I have this album in my rap playlist.
Yeah,
I think it fits good with it. Just like if you shuffle it, it all fits right in.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think that's a hot take to say that the R&B and stuff it all crosses over. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that SZA hanging with J. Cole and Drake in 21 Savage in a category is not surprising. She's doing it in everybody's playlist.
Killing it. Killing it. All right, is that it for our Grammy picks, or you got any more to throw out?
Yeah, best spoken word quickly. No, I think we can. We're doing poetry picks on Rem and Sam Plus for the Grammys.
Let's go. $5 a week, a month. Just
Sam read all of the French poetry this year.
Yep, I studied every bit.